All right, are we posted? Hi guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? I think the video that we took from YouTube thought StreamYard thought that it was from Netflix. Anyway, we'll start. Thank you so much for coming back as promised. I told you a while ago we will have a rerun. We have changed some of the devices that we have to make sure that this is streamlined and will be seamless. So let me share with you the introduction and then we will go and start with the rerun.
Value to customers to be Abacus started about 26 years ago. There was one vision when I started Abacus, to provide value to customers, to be the first Filipino brokerage that will provide research-based recommendation. Because at that time when I started this business in 1992, most of the brokers were fairly small, family-owned, and very few actually hired full-time research people. Abacus was the first. The thing I'm most proud about is we have a very strong research team, one of the best you can find. People whose dedication to the business and whose passion for the business. We launched MyTrade to provide customer, number one, convenience. Number two, information. You need to know what's happening in the market, and we want to provide them access to market data, everything that they normally will need to go to the newspaper or to the website to study, all very handy, very portable, and very easy. And with increasing mobile internet speed in the market, this has become almost part of everyone's life.
We have a very versatile platform. If you are someone who's basic, you're not a techie person, you have to put the MyTrade mobile app on your phones because you can see there the basic ones, how to trade, the stocks, the gainers, the losers. You can see your portfolio, and you can even log in 5 seconds if you have a good ISP by using your fingerprint. We invest so much with platforms and technology because we know that it's an ongoing development and we value innovation and also customer service.
One important milestone for Abacus is the launch of our online trading platform, MyTrade. Historically, Abacus has been very strong in the institutional and high net worth retail stock brokerage business. And launching MyTrade is our way of reaching and sharing our expertise to the smaller retail investors.
I think we analyze just a little bit better. I think there are angles that we look at that give us insight into companies a little bit better. And then sometimes there's a lot of information in the market, and most of the time people tend to look at those pieces of information just one at a time. But our strength is that we are able to piece together all these bits of information into a cohesive investment idea. And I think that's probably our biggest strength. We like to make money, not for ourselves, but for our clients. We make investment recommendations to clients. First thing is new investors should do their own research because it's not enough to listen to research analysts, or some would be called market gurus. It's not enough to listen to those types of people. It's really important for someone new to the market to do their own research because you'd be more comfortable about your investment making decisions. Second, it's important not to think of investing in the market as getting rich, but rather it being a process that weaves into your entire personal life. So it's not just about making money. It's really, as we say, investment is really a lifestyle choice. Third tip, just remember it takes time. There is a very steep learning curve when it comes to investing, and you shouldn't be discouraged if you lose money on some trades because it's just part of the process.
I chose MyTrade because it is complete. So whenever I want to execute a trade, first I would take a look at good fundamentals and whether it's the right time on the technical side. On the fundamentals, we have an experienced research team, and for the technical side, the MyTrade platform provides a lot of tools. These tools really help me in my decision whether when to enter the trade or not. I've had several unfortunate experiences with other brokers. First, I could start with the customer service. Sometimes even, I just want to order an odd lot. I have to email or have to look through the facts. In MyTrade, I would just press the icon below and there's a live chat for the customer service, so the experience is really great. Some brokers would also have downtimes during market hours, so this is important for me to execute my trades, and being down is an opportunity loss for me, and for me that's a big deal in trading.
You don't need a rocket science-based system to make money. What you need is a sound mind that says, I like this stock, fundamentally it makes sense, and technically it is sound to go buy at this level or take my profit and things like that. And that's what we provide. We provide you more than just a computer system. We want to provide you with a group of people who are strong in research and who are strong in fundamentals and technicals. The whole purpose is to provide you with system, with value advice, with great customer service.
For Generation Z members who are actually new to investing, I really think that MyTrade provides a really friendly platform for those who are beginning because it's really neat. I really think that MyTrade provides exemplary service in terms of providing research and the like.
One of the reasons why I opened an account with MyTrade is because kay Sir Nicky, I really like yung mga market reports niya. Nakita ko rin naman yung increase ng prices ng mga ni-recommend niya. After nakita ko yon, all the more follow yung mga recommendation niya. Ikaw na naman, naging positive naman yung account ko. I'm still in the middle of my journey on how to trade stocks. I was really impressed. The growth ng portfolio ko, and highly recommend that you guys might want to also let Abacus manage your money.
I chose MyTrade simply because they have an app. And as a person who is so into technology and apps as well, I find it convenient. It's just within my pocket and I can just check how my stocks are. Plus, the easy part is that you can also deposit money and trade and buy as it is. When I transferred from the previous the former one that I've been using. Now I get to see my stocks better because again, it's just in an app. It may not be as big as others may have under their stocks. At least this one I have more visual reference on how it is, so it will motivate you to add more or to buy, to trade. So there's more action to it rather than it's just in a dashboard.
I started investing in stocks because I wanted to diversify. My money is either in the bank or in life insurance companies. Being a mother of two, I wanted to have my money more secured and I wanted faster returns. So a friend of mine convinced me to try the stocks. I would encourage others to try MyTrade because it's an easier way of investing, your money secured, and it's very convenient.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope you had your dinner. So can you hear me well this time? You can call your friends now to see. Anyway, it's all right if you don't. You can just play this back afterwards. Okay, let me share screen now. My presentation. All right. So a while ago, we had an introduction about what is MyTrade Hub for those who were first time here and wasn't able to listen to the previous webinar, MyTrade e-learning hub is actually created for seminars like this for those who are not with MyTrade by Abacus Securities. So first is all the newbies, like the new investors or those that are non-MyTrade users. So if we will have a free seminar exclusive, not exclusive for MyTrade users, we'll be able to post it here since we have a new norm. Our topic is, again, to go back with our topic, it's investing in these times in the new norm. So as a start, this is it. And once you have transitioned to be a MyTrade user, you'll have the exclusive Facebook group, which is the MyTrade map. For those who are confused, whether because we have different groups, we feel sorry for those who are trying to be added on the group, but we cannot because there aren't an official account holder yet. We created this one for you guys. All right. All right. Let's move on. Okay, again, what I'm trying to tell you is our current situation, the 7 key points that we need during a pandemic. We do know that this is pretty much a new norm for the next, we don't know, next few months or so. And why do we need to be vigilant in our investing? And why do we need the stock market for it? How does it work for those who doesn't know? And how can we help you to have a better tomorrow? Okay, so as an introduction, I'm the head of marketing and online sales for MyTrade, and I've been speaking since 2007. But before, I wasn't speaking about the stock market. So I'm introducing myself as such for you guys not to be intimidated on what you are gonna hear, because I was once an attendee like you, and from there I've seen or I've found my calling. Okay, so I hope hindi kayo inaantok. If you can have a coffee or at the side of while you're watching, please do so. All right, moving on. So what does COVID-19 makes us do? A while ago, there are a lot of answers that I've seen and then commenting about what habits have been changed. And we see quarantine hits like watching Netflix, such as this particular shows, the two Korean novellas, which I'm not familiar of. I'm not into Korean novellas, but I hear a lot of people talking about it. And you can comment down below if you know the shows there. All right. So the first two, I Google it actually, and now I forgot what's the title, but who knows about it? All right, comment down below. And then the one in the red jumpsuit. You know what series is that, right? It's all right. Okay, this is my favorite, by the way. Thanks, Mitch. So before I proceed, I want to say hi to the people online. All right, hi Mitch, Colleen. Si Facebook user, please do register the StreamYard so I can see your name. I want to mention your name. Okay, Last Dance. This is my favorite so far. I've been watching that. Crash Landing on You. There you go. So the other one is Crash Landing on You. And okay, there. Itaewon Class. Mukhang si Elaine who loves Korean novella. And the last one is, of course, the Philippines loved it. The Philippines loved it. The Money Heist series. Okay. So what are those series that I haven't mentioned yet? You can comment down below, and then we'll talk about it or what other things that you or other videos that you're watching. You're probably watching several YouTube videos. You have online classes. All right, let's proceed. Next. Okay, so another quarantine hit, the TikTok. I know most of you, if not all of you, have tried TikTok, whether you posted it or not. Am I right? Sino ang hindi ang aamin dito na never pang nag-TikTok? Come on, guys. I myself never thought that we'll post one, but I did. Right, Mitch? O, tamo si Mitch daw. She said she also did the same thing. That's really funny. And second of all, we wash our hands more often now, right? We want to make sure of our safety, not just washing our hands, but naliligo tayo ng mas madalas ngayon. Tama ba? And we cannot take the init, right? So, another Facebook user, welcome in the house, but I can't see you. Ako hindi pa. I will never TikTok. Okay. Sige, for now. All right. And then, who haven't used Lala Move yet? For this, this time around, if not Lala Move, I can see Angkas here in Cavite area. I live in Cavite area. And in Metro Manila, I think they have a new service provider as such. Diba? There are a lot of habits or activities that we do these days. If you haven't tried, do so. It's really convenient. Okay. And there is actually, based on Business Insider, there is an added spending, 22% of percentage as the behavior of people buying goods in anticipation of the coronavirus. Like we do groceries more than what we used to. In my case, personally, I was able to experience that the amount of groceries multiplied by 4 times or 3 times. Oh, sabi ni Ebeto, masayang mag-TikTok, nakakalimutan ang pandemic. And did you know that I think TikTok is listed, if I'm not mistaken? I think it's listed in the market. And okay, so 19% increase in groceries, 13% in household and personal care, 12% increase in health products, 7% in beauty products. I don't know about beauty products because you cannot use makeup these days, or not unless you're gonna do a webinar like this. So apart from so we have talked about the things that that we stopped doing these days, that we started doing these days. Now we will talk about. Hi, Facebook user. So what are the things that we stopped doing these days naman? If a while ago we were talking about the things that we started doing these days. Right? Oh, ano na ba yung we missed a lot? A while ago in the first run, you were telling me that you missed partying with your friends, or probably just simpleng tambay. Or most of you miss alcohol because there's a liquor ban. Tama ba? Okay, I am personally missing the beach. Our company, dapat nakaschedule siya for a team building, but it didn't push through because of what's happening. I miss dining in. So, sino dito namimiss na mag-dine in? What's your favorite restaurant? Comment down below. All right. And then I miss the airport. I want, it's a habit for me to be early in the airport because I want to see people. I just want to watch people, and I don't want to be rushed going to the plane because I've once experienced, first time na na-experience ko maiwan aeroplano. It's not gonna happen again. Okay. And pero sana makalipad pa rin ako. Anyway, okay. Current situation. Our population right now is 109 million. So just imagine kung gaano kadami yung tao sa Pilipinas, and all of these people that the government is trying to manage. So it's going to be difficult for us to just lift the ECQ and just maintain, the regular commuting lifestyle that we have. Tama ba? And, Stella here. Okay. Hi, Shella. Shella is my former office mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yan, namimiss na daw niya yung Sangyup. You can order Sangyup kit. For those who doesn't know, you can check the marketplace. Si Roji naman. Okay, si Roji, thanks for coming back. Ramen Nagi ang namimiss niya. Right, so we proceed. Okay. All right. So workforce is around 38% of the population. Based from the webinar that I've attended the other day, 44% of this workforce were not affected, and I hope that you are part of it. And if not so, I hope you have an alternative means of working or making money right now. All right, so 23 million OFWs, 21% of the population are OFWs. I just don't know if the numbers will change because of what happened or if they were asked to go back to their families. These are the people that gives us remittances that contributes big in the economy. All right, so based from the numbers that I've given you, we still have a less of 1% in the Philippines population. Na-imagine nyo ba yun? Out of all the numbers that we have out, Philippines is known for having or advanced in terms of online and apps, but less than 1% of the population are invested in the market. Okay, so that's the current situation. We move on to the second section, which is the 7 key points during the pandemic. All right, key points are the things that you need to be reminded of in this present time. Actually, it's not just only this time, but all the time, but it's most specifically important these days. First off, don't be driven by fear. All right, don't be driven by fear. Our road to success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. Sometimes we will start sasabihin ko sana going to the gym, but it's not workable anymore at this time. So, minsan you will think, oh, I want to exercise, and then I'll exercise, and then after a few days, wala na, hindi na tinuloy. Or, sabi nga nila, the highest number of people in the gym is from January to March, and then it's gonna die down as the months go by, as you end the year. So don't be driven by fear. So if you want something to make you successful, it should be 80% psychology and 20% of it is strategy. Remember this, guys? Sino my favorite sa kanila? Remember that? So, according to Michael Jordan, this quote, some people want it to happen, others make it happen. These guys have exercised, have worked out more than any other teammate that they have. Except for Pacquiao because he doesn't have a teammate. But they have really worked so hard. It's only the 20% or the tip of the iceberg that we see how they execute their shots, how Manny Pacquiao punches. Imagine si Manny Pacquiao, dinalo pa siya ni Keanu Reeves sa bahay niya sa US. So, they take the pride because they worked hard for it. And if we want something, we should have the mindset that no matter what happens, like what happened to me a while ago, like all of those technical difficulties I've experienced, I don't want to give you guys something or leave you guys something that, that is half done. So I tried my very best to repeat this for you. Okay. All right. So remember, about being fearful, Warren Buffett, the one that's the world's richest introvert, once said, be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. So remember that in these days, people are so scared to start. And it's not, you have to be cautious, yes, but you don't have to stop yourself. because of fear. There are fear that warns you, so that's a fear in a good way, and there are fears that stops you from doing what's best for you just because you're fearing to fail. Okay. Okay, key point number 2 is save the money you weren't able to spend. This is the shortest among the key points because, sino dito yung nag-ipon ng stickers last year? Nag-ipon ng stickers last year. Akala magagamit this year. So, di ba? Sabi ni Mitch, this is the best time to do it. Even eating healthy food. No more fast food. Tama. Mindset. So, save the money you weren't able to spend. Those money that you have for, you're supposed to spend for plane ticket. I think Cebu Pacific gave us refunds recently or put it on a travel fund. And, your new plan now should be to increase your cash flow. Dati natuto na ngayon. Ano yung dati? Next. So increase your cash flow, and what will you do in that cash flow is to put the 50% of it to add to your retirement or investment fund. So ito na. Before we used to say, sige, magsa-start na ako mag-invest. Ano ba yan? PSE have been very generous in terms of seminars. A lot of brokerages are conducting it. And we always say, sige na, tsaka na, I want to go here, I want to go there. So ngayon, this is the time we can save that unspent money and put it on our retirement fund, or the best time to put it in your investment fund, to start or either to add. So given said, okay, I mentioned about 50%, right? So 50%, it's because you should have or increase your emergency fund as well. More liquid, the better. When I say more liquid, in the industry of investments, when you say more liquid, it means that you have to have more cash, the cash that can easily be converted these days. It's an example that these days it's very common to have like immediate care, immediate buying, those practical things, and you'll never know. You want to feel safe with that money that you have and that you can save, right? So if that's the case, where should we invest them and why? If we have this amount and we have saved them, where is the best avenue to put it? Let's see. Okay, so when you think of an investment, all right, what is your goal? Can you tell me what is your goal when you do investing? What do you think is your goal when you want to, when I say, oh, I want to start investing, the 16 people, 16 lang naman tayo ngayon or 17 lang naman tayo ngayon, can you type in the comment below, what is your goal when you say you want to invest or you want to start investing, or even the reason why you're here and watching this? O 17 na tayo. Can you tell me? Can you talk to me para I'll make sure na hindi kayo natutulog or you're not you're not watching another video on the side. So the things that we do, di ba dapat there's like on top of mind. So what is it? Can you tell me what are those? Okay, sige, mukhang hindi pa sila ready. But Okay, when you do investing, the main thing, yeah, there you go, to earn what you need to, and to earn in the most efficient way. Okay, so given that, I'll be giving you this rule of 72 that you need to take note of in times of if something, ayan, si Archiville, 72 years. Kanina siguro nandito siya, 72 years. Okay, the rule of 72 states that when are you gonna double your money? Based on the percentage interest that were offered to you by your investment instrument. Okay, so how will you do this? The rule of 72 is 72 divided by the interest rate of your fund or any investment instrument that you have, and that will be the time that you need to wait to double your money. Okay? So ito, yung sinabi ni Lizelle, college education for my 8-year-old son. Oh, yeah, perfect. 5 years, 72 years. Okay. So I think they're talking about their goal and when are they gonna double the money. So think of it this way. If you only have savings account and you feel like you are so scared that this money will be lost and you put it in your savings account, for example, you have 100,000 and your goal is to have a college education fund. Okay, so ilang years ba yan from your 8-year-old son, Lizelle? Diba? Si Shella, finally, siya, sabi niya, future ng kids and also para sa retirement din. So if you think of it, you will count the number of years. But if it's just in savings account with 1%, pasimplihan na natin, but it's less than that. 72 divided by 1 is 72. Are you willing to wait for 72 years to double your money? Of course not. So what you need to do is to spread your investment into something that will make it more efficient to double your money in the least possible time. Are you still following? Okay, sabi ni Facebook user, retirement at 60 years old. Pero sabi ni Bill Gates, don't retire. I mean, yeah, you want to take care of yourself and enjoy, diba? It's true, it's true. Next. So, again, having those things in mind, but still, why? Why do we need to start investing? What is the great why in investing? Why not savings? Because this guy once said, well, it was not proven, but in the saying, this guy said that compound interest, those who doesn't understand it, pays for it. But those who understands it, earns it. So, sino dito yung may mga credit card and hindi nakakapagbayad, diba? It incur interest. I personally experienced that and that is like paying multiple times of the interest, and it's not gonna help us. Instead of saving those, we're paying the interest, and it's really gonna be hard, and it's gonna cripple you down the road. So if you know about it, like investing, you'll be able to earn from it. But out of all this investment instrument, why the stock market? Okay, so I want to tell you this story a while ago, the 1,000 pesos. Saan makakarating ang 1,000 pesos mo? Okay, I have an illustration. I'll just remove this banner so you can see very well. Okay, so from 2008, we recorded it to 2018. So 10 years, 11 years of investing. What we put it on time deposit, bonds, PSE. PSE stands for the index, which is the market, the stock market. Jollibee stands for the stock, the Jollibee stock. And MyTrade stands for the Abacus Securities PIC since 2008. So your 1,000, if you invested it on the market, should have been 4,215. But if you have invested it in MyTrade, you will see that your 1,000 is now should be 11,430. So that's how the growth. And Jollibee, if you've invested Jollibee, on 2018, year 1,000 will be 5,301. So how does it work? So there are two ways to earn. First is price appreciation. Okay, for those who are new in this, price appreciation means that you bought this stock in a particular price. Let's say I bought Jollibee for 20 pesos and now it's at 100 pesos. So that's what you call price appreciation. Okay? And next is cash or stock dividend, wherein the company gives out extra cash for its investors. So they don't have to do that. They're not obliged to, but they just want to entice the people to invest. Because some of the investors actually are dividend players. When we say dividend players, they just buy stocks to earn dividends. Alright, so when we proceed, this is the old stock market scenario. So that's why it's a market, because people are shouting, they run towards the blackboard and they write down the prices because it's a bidding, it's like auction. And then the Philippine Stock Exchange, they merged. It used to be two in 1992. There, the Manila and the Makati Stock Exchange was placed into one Philippine Stock Exchange. But there are two offices, one in Ortigas and one in Makati. This one that I have on the picture is the one in Makati. That's the Ayala trading floor. And now they have migrated into just one trading floor, and this is in PSE BGC. That's in Global City. I think the design right now, if you're familiar with the one on New York, on Wall Street. Okay. Next is, what are stocks? So stocks is like, this is the certification or the proof of being a part owner of the company. On the company side, it is the one that they use to issue to raise capital. So what is the scenario about? For example, hi Liza, thank you for joining us. So for Jollibee, for example, they're already in the stock market, okay? But just example that they will still put themselves public, that's what you call it, to expand globally. So what's going to happen is, okay, so they either going to borrow bonds or they're going to get public, which is stocks. When stocks, they will raise money without borrowing, but people are going to be part owners of their company. All right, so this is the scenario where Jollibee will issue the initial shares from the initial public offering. So that's what you call it, the initial public offering, wherein they give out certificates before certificates, but now it's like scriptless. So they will give the shares and give this to the investing public, and that's what you call the primary market. So once it is given to those people, other people will find it the opportunity that this company will grow. So they are inclined to buy it on a much higher price than what they have. They think this is the price now. So in return, the first buyers will sell it to them, and that's when the trading happens. So this is something like that they are exchanging. They're trying to exchange based on the confidence in the company, the value of the company, their trust on the management. And right now there are more or less 265 companies listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. and they have undergone guidelines, and also you will see that they have submitted requirements, and they are continue to submit requirements on the things that they publish or they do. Okay, but not everything. When you say, if we want to say that the market is good, if we want to say the market is good, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are computing for for everything in the stock, all 265. Hindi ganon. So if we just compute it by means of index, this is the indicator whether the market is doing good or not. So in that case, there are 30 companies included in the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Okay, these are the 30 largest companies in the country, and they have a certain criteria for it, so you'll be able to be included in the index. The first is having a free float at least 15%. So there are technical criteria on that. Hindi lang basta-basta I raise my hand and then I'll be included in the index. Not like that. It should be top 25% in a certain value that trades, and ranking top 30 qualified companies based on full market capitalization. When I say market capitalization, this is the size of the company. So we should know the size there. Okay, these are the 30 stocks that comprises the index. So some call it blue chips. You will see the companies. Sinong familiar dito? Or baka may nagtatrabaho dito sa naka-flash sa screen. Is there someone working from here? Any of these companies? So out of that, out of the performance of all those companies, we gauge if whether the market of the Philippines is doing good or not. Okay, let's go. All right. So the PSE has a schedule, so it's not open all the time. If you're, sino nagbe-Bitcoin dito? Nagbe-Bitcoin ba kayo? So if you're not on Bitcoin kasi sa 12 midnight yata sila, so they have more trading time. So for the Philippine Stock Exchange, we have a pre-open of 9 a.m. at 9 a.m. and then it has a market recess from 12 to 1:30, and then it closes at 3:30. It resumes at 1:30 in the afternoon. But right now, since it's ECQ, we are observing a half-day trading. So we are only trading up until 1 p.m. So baka magtaka kayo when we start this. If you start opening an account and you see 1:30, wala nang market. It's because it's only up until 1 p.m. sa ngayon. So far, are you following me? Any questions from this part? This is the part where we say how the stock market works. So this is just the overview. There are certain things such as board lot. When we buy stocks, we make sure that the stocks are in increments. We cannot just buy one stock or one share. We need to have, yes, rerun to ng kanina. Whoever you are, register in StreamYard so I can see you. I want to mention your name. Thank you guys for joining, all 20 listeners, especially if you already have heard this a while ago. Yes, rerun to ng kanina. So we have what we call board lot. So it depends on the price of the company. We term the board lot. For example, there's a certain price, such 10 pesos, and that's gonna be like 1,000 in board lot. So the smaller the share price of the stock, the bigger the board lot is. So we buy this in increments. Di ma-replay. Which one ang di ma-replay? Sige, let me know. If this one, it's because it's still live. But this is live because we're replaying it. re-recording it for the sake of those, because the first one a while ago wasn't streamed well. We have technical difficulties. So that's the part on how the stock market works. There's a certain guideline on that. I'll probably just upload it because it's technical and we want to focus on how do we do these things these days. So the next. All right. So, okay. Based from our as mentioned a while ago, there's also the reason why we choose the stock market, and also the one that I've mentioned a while ago. How come the 1,000 if you became 11,000 if you choose to trade with MyTrade or Abacus Securities? You will see in the chart there. I can there. You can see on the chart there that the yellow bar talks about the performance of the picks of MyTrade for Abacus Securities, and the other one, the red line, talks about the index, which I mentioned a while ago, the performance of the market, the 30 big companies. So that's how we gauge it in this industry. That's how we gauge it. The red line is the market, and which is the average in the industry. And they say if you're good, you're beating the index. So we're not saying that we're right all the time, but we're saying we have built a certain record, and this is it. Okay. So another term that we can say is this is the mean or average. Like is it, are you above par or within par? Yun, yung ganon. Okay, so moving on, key point number 4 is be wary of your investment cost. Okay. Oh, great job. Thank you, Roji. Nakakatawa yung mga supporters. Na-appreciate ko sila talaga. Baka mag-vlog na ako nito. Anyway, okay, be wary of your investment cost. Okay, cost because cost is controllable and profits are not. Okay, the no-brainer thing is actually not, it will not work for you. So since it's time, it's easy time, all we need to do is study. So make sure you study which ones that will give you less cost in terms of investment. Because since this is ECQ time, or this is quarantine time, or we don't know when are we gonna produce the real vaccine or the real cure for coronavirus, anything is uncertain. And most of the things that before that we have control, we have lost it somehow. So make sure that you be wary of what you can control. All right? Okay. Another Dutch proverb that's mentioned is cost goes before the profit. So make sure that you count on the cost. What do I mean by that? Okay. If you are offered an investment instrument, it goes like this. So if you have 10,000 starting capital and you gain 10% of it, so that's 1,000 pesos, right? And the cost in investing in the stock market is around 1.10%. And this is based from commissions and taxes. And so that means hindi mo iti-take home yung buong 1,000 pesos. Alright? So others naman, while we have 1.10%, others have around 3.5% cost, or I think up until 5%. Based on commission and holding tax. So if that's the case, your take-home profit on the 10% gain is much lesser. So you see 879 in the stock market and 615 in other investment instrument. Okay, so next, any questions? Moving forward, a while ago pala, I think I saw there are so many comments and I wasn't able to reply to all of them. someone mentioned from IMG members, yes, they have a separate account opening requirement, so it's much lesser because they're our partner. So if you will play this, I really do apologize. I was all over the floor a while ago. I wasn't able to recognize that comment. But yeah, if it happens to be one of you are watching right now, kindly tell your group mates. Kindly tell your teammates, kind that this I recognize it this time. Okay, next. How much is the commission rate in MyTrade? All right. From Facebook user. From Facebook user, okay. How much? Okay, the one required by PSE is 0.25% to 1.5%. For MyTrade, the regular account, regular online account is 0.25%. Teka, no, I'm coming. Okay, there you go. It's 0.25%. And but there are such things as managed fund wherein there is an assigned broker for you. That's a different rate. So based on the size of the fund, it works between 0.5%, around that. So the minimum based from PSE is 20 pesos. Okay? And we will talk about the cost later. The 8,000, okay. So that's why for the 20 pesos minimum, I think I've already discussed the cost a while ago. For the 20 pesos cost, maximize mo yun if you are trading or buying stocks or selling stocks in the rate of 8,000, at least 8,000, because of the 0.0025 percentage. Imagine that if you have, say for example, if you have 5,000 below or 1,000, your 20 pesos is much higher than 0.0025. All right? So that's 0.25% or 0.0025. Another question, do you accept dealers of equities or partnership? It depends. Let me know the details of what you're asking, but yeah, we're open to any collaborations possible if it's within the bounds of our target. We'll let you know. Okay. So no more. Okay, we proceed. So make way for new things that generate cash flow. Okay. So right now, wala tayong magawa sa bahay for those who doesn't for those na no work, no pay, di ba? Sino yung no work, no pay? We think of ways to generate cash flow. Or if you have a company, I have a friend who owns a company and now he's selling steak and food as an alternative. It can be like you're working from home. You can generate like you can have an online job, for example. If it takes a little of your time, you can, like for those graphic artists, you can accept projects if you manage your time well. So take advantage of it. Everything is online now. And all you have to do is monetize your talent. Malay mo yung TikTok mo, kumita, di ba? So what talent do I have that I can monetize? Sige nga, kayo nga. Kausapin niyo nga ako. Tell me, what are the talents that you think that you can monetize? Mga mahiyain ang crowd na ito. So, pwedeng magdaldal. So, sino itong Facebook user magdaldal? Kung magdaldal, you can just open your camera and do vlogging. Or you can explain how or unbox a certain app. Yun nga, i-order mo online and have a review of the product. Design. Someone says design. I really want to mention your names. Just if you can register so I can mention them. Design. It can be what? Design the building, design interior designing. Pwede naman na hi, I have a YouTube channel, Betong TV. All right, so someone's plugging. So if you can subscribe, betong.tv. Okay. So hobbies, what are your hobbies? Digital marketing, yeah. So subscribe daw kayo kay Betong TV. Nag-plug ka pa ha. So there are a lot of things that you can monetize. I mean, this is the sabi ko nga when I was contemplating on what besides from the fact that it's dangerous out there, but inside while I'm safe, I want to contemplate what are the things that I can do that I wasn't able to do before. Yeah, Elaine said reading books. I've been reading a lot since this started. I've started working from home since March 13. I was planning this webinar for so long. It's just that I realized I don't have the headset and all the equipment. And then, I took out the resources so to start. And so while doing that, I'm strategizing trying to learn the new norm because there are a lot of new norms. For those who have time, they have time. For those who have time, you can contemplate, or this is the time for introspection. What are the things that you want to do? And malay mo, you can monetize those things. Sabi nga ni Catherine of Siena, if you are doing what you're called to do, you will set the world on fire. Diba? Okay, so because there are things like, there are two types of income. There's what we call the active income and what we call the passive income. So to be able for us to increase our passive income, we must work on our active income as well, especially kung mga bata pa tayo, 'di ba? I mean, while we're still young and strong and we can do a lot of tasks, but I don't recommend multitasking. If you can, but I do recommend, proper time management. If you do that, you can do a lot of things, especially if the work that you do has a certain schedule. You can have your weekends, or you can have, because sabi nga nila, we have saved at least 8 hours every day because of commute. Tama ba? And if we're working from home, there will be a lot of time, and tayo na lang yun what we'll be doing in that time. Okay, so don't limit yourself. You have a traditional business, you might have work, you might think of something that will benefit from for the people on the frontliners. Like you can build these things. Like there's one inventor, I think a Filipino inventor, if sa mga engineers na nandito, di ba, the sanitation using UV light. So make use of your time, make use of your talent. I think it's there for you to share it to the world. And also don't forget that there's such thing as protection. So you have to protect yourself. My friend here, Liza, is also she's an advocate of financial literacy, and she is an ambassador for protection in terms of your health protection and other investment instruments. So don't limit yourself to just a stock market. IMG people have several products in terms of investing. And sayang po, naubos ang data ko. Bukas na lang po ulit. God bless. Thanks, Lizelle. Yes, you can play this. You can just play this whenever you seem available. I mean, at your own pace. Okay, so don't limit yourself. You can have a long-term stock. You can also have a short-term trading. Ba, may mga libreng plugging na to Dapat mag-open kayo sa akin. Joke lang. Okay, so long-term investing. If you have long-term investing at para hindi ka mainip, you can do another account. You can open 2 accounts kasi sa MyTrade, you can just have one login and you can have separate portfolio for your long-term and separate portfolio for your short-term. Yes, totoo po yun. Next, you don't have to memorize too many usernames. Okay, so key point number 6, think like Warren Buffett. So kanina si Warren Buffett, the one I've shown you, the picture of Warren Buffett. Think like him. Choose properly. Kasi other companies' failure, if they're on shutdown, is other companies' success. So if you remember the Endgame, the movie Endgame, Mind Stone talks about the power of the mind. And in here, I'll be relating it to the stock market. It's knowing as to when to take advantage of the reality. If the oil is not doing good, if the travel and leisure is not doing good, what are the companies that's benefiting at this time? Those are the what are those? Those are the groceries, Century Tuna, diba? So if you want to have a short-term win, yung mga short wins, ika nga, during this time, you can pick those stocks. So be mindful, ano ba yung pag nag-grocery ka, ano yung mga products na nakikita mo sa mga cart, and check if they're listed on the market. And then check if the company is doing good, if they have a good financial statement. They're doing well for the past 5 years. Or if you want to make your jobs easier, just go and check the research daily reports para mapadali ang mga buhay natin. Those are the things that our research team is doing on a daily basis. And as mentioned, for the reports that we're providing, we produce this while there are advertisements. That's always on hindsight, always. So it could have been this, it could have been that. You should have earned this much. Sino nakita ng pot? In our case, when we post something like this, it's because we have recommended it before, and then it won. There's a result. And that's what we provide. So as an example here, last year, we have recommended GSMI, Ginebra, at 30 pesos on May 6. In the Shortex, may oras pa to, 9:07 a.m. Kasi yung mga news, nakukuha yan before the market opens. And I added this a while ago. This is one of the slides that were lost for some reason. And by June 27, it earned double, 63 pesos na siya, 108.20%. Okay? And then HOSM, May 6, 2019, 101%. So, what I'm trying to say is that, again, we are not right all the time. Hindi kami Diyos. Tama kami sa lahat ng oras. But we are building a good rapport in terms of our record over the years. Okay, as far as the reports are concerned, we have the daily report. This is the consolidated online news from different newspapers, and it's uploadable you can check that on the app if you have the mobile app, or in the website as well under news. So we have Shortex. This is my personal favorite. Is being written by the research team daily. This is to focus kasi out of 265 stocks, hindi lahat yun okay to buy, diba? Some are not as liquid as some are. So we want to make sure that you are on the right focus. So we will hold your hand in the course of investing. That's why it's really important that you have a member of that you're a member of MyTrade map. Okay, there's a controversial question here I want to post. Do you recommend chupit or position? When you say chupit, for those na hindi alam yung term na chupit, yung chupit are like you will be trading. Pag kumita ka na ng konti, benta ka na. Parang chumupit ka lang. Maliit lang. Okay, so here's the thing. Um, yes, according to Fred, which is our senior analyst, if you are a trader, yes. And Chupit only is beneficial if you have a big capital. Kasi yung like, for example, you were posting a 5% of 1 million, di ba? Kahit sumupit ka or 10% of 1 million, di ba? Pag chupit nga, 5% nga lang yan madalas eh. Yung ganon. But here we go on the cost. If you will chupit on less than 8,000 or on 1,000 pesos, it's gonna be very dangerous. Your cost will shoot up, rocket, as in to the highest level because you will be paying more in the end. And kala mo na nanalo ka, sumutsupit ka, yung pala mas marami ka pang binabayad na cost. So if you're a short-term trader, if you have a short-term account at a given pace of a given amount, pwede siya. But if it's like, just don't do it if it's a lesser fund. Okay, the other question is it the one that we receive in emails sinesend every day? Yeah, some are receive. Yeah, that's it. The short takes. Please do read that. If for kasi yung iba doesn't open their email every day, so what we do is we post it on MyTrade map. So Elaine, you are already a member. You're already a MyTrade user. That's good. You're welcome dun sa nagtanong ng chupit. So just be careful, okay? And when you chupit, just make sure you know what's happening or it's backed up by series of technical analysis. Okay? So we are a team here right now. We're virtually together. We have our technical analyst and our senior fundamental analyst in the house. Okay, next is key point number 7. This is the last key point. And I want to be serious about this, is to remember why are you doing it. I don't know if you believe in reminding yourselves visually. It will help you out. Like, for example, create a dream board. What for sure there are a lot of changes in your dream board with what's happening right now. I mean, short-term traveling might be a limitation for the most part, especially if you're high risk in being exposed. So remember your otherwise. Remember the things that you know. That's why you wanna be. That's why you wanna be successful in this, and then seek for the right partner. Because even if you have a great why, but you didn't get the right partner to do this, the execution will be not so good. Okay? So just to let you know, we have our mobile app, both available in mobile, Android and iOS. We also have an iPad app. So for those who find it small sa iPad, sa mobile, can use the iPad. And also, there are others that uses desktop or the laptop. So there's such thing as that. So those are just the basics, and you will see the difference of the performance of our apps. Okay, so I am a very forgetful person. I tend to forget passwords a lot. Sabi ko kanina sa first streaming sa first streaming ko, yung password ko like 20 times ko yata pinapalitan in a month. So grabe, no kidding. But when it comes to MyTrade, you can just log it using your fingerprint and sometimes your facial recognition. So dahil doon, nabawasan na mga twice a month na lang siguro because of the thumbprint and the facial recognition. So this is how it works. So if you download the app, this is the first time that you will log in, and you will see, if you're not a member yet, down below of the app, you can actually check it now. You will see open an account. I'll just show you some of the features, but not all. So if you have a good ISP, thank you. Pretty cool app, easy to reset password. Thank you, Facebook user, for that. Okay. So it only takes 5 seconds or less if you have a good ISP by using your fingerprint. So can you imagine the scenario? You're driving or you're walking, you're heading towards, some things that you need to do, and then you forgot the password or you cannot type, cannot concentrate. At the end, hindi ka pa nauna, nangyari pa sa'yo, na late ka pa kasi nag-reset ka ng password. If you have the fingerprint, just look how, convenient it is. And most often than not, may mga walang apps, so you just have to open your browser for that. Bring back the auto stop loss order feature, please. It's on the works. It's on the works. I promise you. I'm praying na it's gonna be faster this time in the implementation, but yes, it's on the works. Just wait for it. Okay, so how can we help you guys? It's at the end of the day. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Fred, for reminding me. So for now, because it's not approved by the PSE, we're having a workaround. But for now, you can make use of the stock alert. So it's a mobile notification since it's easy to log in. If your pricer is triggered, you'll be notified. Para hindi ka rin blinded by the price even if you're not logged in. Thanks, Fred. So our goal, how can we help? Our goal is to better your tomorrow. What do we mean by better your tomorrow? Like better app, better service, a better way of doing things, better recommendation, and to this, like in the long run, for you to have it's a better generation from the next because of the good financial literacy that you have, and you will pass it on generations to generation. So it's workable. Better your tomorrow is our tagline. This works short term or long term. So this is the reason why we launched from investing is a lifestyle to better your tomorrow. It's not just now, but it's in the future. The future, what future holds. This is actually our CEO, our president. We have couple of offices. So we have branches. We have one in Ortigas, Binondo, Cebu, and Davao. So there are a total of 4. And I know you will not encouraging people to go to the offices, but what I'm trying to say is that we're not a fly by night. We have built our name for the last 25 years. But why is it the first time that you've heard probably of MyTrade? It's because we're concentrated on the institutional clients that we serve. But now we want to expand our help and our talent to the retail investors. Okay, this is a picture that was taken when this was a picture taken during Bacolod road shows. Those were the times that nagrarun pa yung Bacolod, yung mga road shows. So I think that's gonna be a no-no for now, mass gatherings, because of the safety. All right, so we want to make sure that we will continue the journey. That's why we have our MyTrade hub for the e-learning for this to continue. And better yet, you can replay it and post comments to it. We want to make sure that it's a group, so we know we take care of the people that we have engaged with. We know that you've heard this already from us. So just want to share our vision. Our vision is for MyTrade to be the sound choice of smart investors, and that's you guys seeking a better Filipino online trading partner. So we want to be the pride of Filipinos and other also from other countries, our friends from other countries, as a trading partner here in the Philippines. We are committed to help our partners in making investing profitable and fun by providing relevant information, as mentioned a while ago, providing timely recommendation, hindi yung nahuli na, and relevant stock recommendation with a proven track record. We have a superior client-centric culture, which anchored responsiveness, fairness, and transparency. If you happen to talk to our customer service representatives, they're really warm and they really you will feel at home when you talk to them. So we make sure that you are home with MyTrade whenever you talk to them. Okay, we commit to have and maintain superb platform. That's why from the beginning, 99.99% of the time from the inception, we are up, meaning that it's very minimal. The downtimes are very minimal, nearly 100%. And it's fast, it's reliable, it's customizable. Being reliable in terms of even if there's a huge amount of orders, we'll be able to cater that to you guys because of the dedicated lease line that we have. So what is a dedicated lease line? Just to give you a glimpse. So if you are ordering, like if there's all orders, think of EDSA. Diba? Ang dami niyang sasakyan. I don't know if it's here, but okay. So EDSA has a lot of cars, diba? And sometimes it's traffic. And so lahat ng brokers, doon nang dumadaan yung orders nila papunta sa PSE, going back to them. So just imagine if there's one stock na sobrang in demand or the volume is really high, maraming nagtitrade, including the foreign investors, and you are there in that EDSA road, most likely or baka hindi mag-push through yung orders nyo. If you have experienced this, I think if from the past if you're a trader way back, you will experience this before. You have probably have experienced this before, and we don't want that to happen to you. So what we did is to create a skyway of orders, wherein the road is just the MyTrade users going to and from the PSE. So all your orders are there. I can make a bet if you open the account and you have another account and then you click post orders, you'll be able to see the difference at the time. Roughly around 30 seconds or more. There's one more question. One more question po. Tataas ba ulit ang GSMI pag-lift ng ECQ? Maraming uhaw sa alak eh. Ha! Good question. Pero may good answer dyan si Fred. Abangan natin. Fred is our senior analyst. He covers GSMI, so better yet, he will answer it based from his point of view. But, that's a smart way of analyzing things. Like, what I've told you about kanina, like, you're applying it. Kailan kaya malilift yung liquor ban? So we will wait for the answer. I think. But that is a good point. That is a good point. Once this is lifted, actually, in general, the market will have confidence again. Especially if we already have the vaccine and we already have the cure for it. So we're all praying that it's going to be resolved soon. And the fourth one, going back, is to lead a culture of innovation. So Facebook user, babalikan ka ni Fred ha? Just to have a very accurate answer based from the experts. Okay, lead a culture of innovation. Culture of innovation in our platform, our process, and most important, our people. Okay, so we know that this is not over. It's an infinite game. Speaking of reading books, The one that I've just read during the quarantine was a book that was given to me. It's from Simon Sinek. It's the Infinite Games. That if you're thinking about putting up a business, it's not just about winning competitors. Which is, I saw someone asking about who's your biggest competitor. Is this a trick question? So it's not about who's the best at this time. It's an infinite game. You should be thinking of innovation, the process and how to do things, your platform, and most importantly, your people, and making sure that you're giving out the best all the time. Sasagutin ko ba to? Okay, sige. One biggest competitor nyo. Not included yung isang veteran online platform. Next naman. Biggest competitor. Can you tell me, because there are a lot of, perspectives here. If we're talking about research, I don't want to brag, but at least that's the veteran that we're competing with. But I'm pretty much confident about the edge that we have there. Based from platform, baka yung may cut loss. But we can offer more than a good technology. So let me know which perspective, you mean it. And so far, based from the biggest competitors siguro are the banks, because but lately I've been seeing complaints from the brokerages because they're not concentrated on stocks or equities because they're banks. Siraji mentioned I love Simon Sinek books. So yon, that's the best answer that I can give you. Okay, so Fred answered, depends. The company can benefit, but as to higher stock prices, it may take quite some time. Best to start with the bigger names as they will be the first to go up. Yes. Okay. So we'll see that. Sorry, there was an interruption. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah. So it depends. So especially if you have exposure to foreign funds, it will most likely help in terms of doing so. May multo. So how can I start with my okay? So do we still have questions? I hope the charts in web browser is also available in the app. Yeah, okay. Actually, I demo this all the time. We can if I can I'll check if I can give you the site of our mobile app using the charts. If there's one here on YouTube. Bago yan, habang sumasagot ako sa question na yan. Yes, meron. Actually, try downloading the app. You can have like a temporary username. And then when you click a stock, tignan natin. Okay, wait. I'll open this. I'll open my app, my mobile app. One moment. Okay, sige. Sineset up ko lang yung mobile phone. Pwede ko palang i-flash dito sa screen. So I can show you the Okay, so far, how do you find the second rerun? Sana mapanood ng mga nag-log in kanina. And really, I thank you for going back if this is your second time and for staying with me. We're about to end. Just a few things. We just want to answer all your questions at this moment. Okay. Salamat sa pagsagot. To be fair, hindi naman din super okay yung research minsan nun. nung isang nung isang veteran. Um, okay, Van. Kaya if you can be the top online platform in terms of research, that would be great. I don't know if I can say this, but we have one institutional client. And when you say institutional, there are a lot of brokers there. We're number one on research. Yes, on them and their rating. Right now, we're looking for. Okay, here you go. We're looking for a company that does that the recommendation, and I haven't seen then anyone who posted the outcome of their recommendation for over the years. So yeah, thanks, Van. That's a trick question nga. But to be fair, okay, thank you. Mas maayos compare kanina. Yes, yun nga eh. Thank you so much. Okay, just to clarify. Okay, here. First off, teka lang, imamax ko lang yung screen ko. So you can see. There. Okay, so if I click this, yan. If I click that, and I switch that, yan, i-off ko lang yung lock. O, diba? May streaming ako ngayon, so mabagal yung internet namin for the mobile phone. But if you can see, so if you flip the phone from this to this, o, diba? Oh, shopping. Here. So, can you see? It's loading. There. Hindi. Baka kasi walang masyadong volume yung nakuha kong stock. I'll choose another stock na mataas yung volume. Here you go. MWC. Oops. There you go. So, here. So, on a flip. And if you... Okay, can you see it now? And then you can switch from 3 months to 12 months to 24 months. Yan. Medyo limited lang yung mobile. Up to 2 years. But you can explore more. On the iPad, do you want to see the iPad? And ito pa nga pala, yung isang features that I like. Is when you want to search for a certain company. Na-unlock eh, wait lang. Before we wait for that, just to clarify, sorry, first timer here. We can have small term and long term investment under one account, under one username, but different accounts. So those are called sub accounts, Sheila. Okay, so another thing, if you want to have, so going back, okay, here. I'll remove muna others. Okay. So if you see here and you want to search for Meg, for example, Meg. There. I don't know if may autofocus to, pero yan, makikita mo na for those times that we mentioned that particular stock, there's a research there, and then you'll just open, na-mention siya sa daily reports. And then, na-mention siya sa short takes. So, yan, Sheila, just to answer, Yeah, long term and short term under one username, but two different accounts. Okay, okay. IPOs are tricky. So, may nagtanong ba na IPOs? Okay. IPOs are tricky. Normally, it's good if the company will use funds mostly for expansion. At the same time, it should also have a good track record of profitability and management's execution for Mary Mart, ito maraming tatanong nito sa akin. Thanks, Fred. It lacks track record of execution. It will be risky to invest in IPOs, but as they say, high risk, high reward. Tama naman. If you push through, please invest in it only for a very small portion of your portfolio. And to add into that, thanks Fred. To add into that, you watch and don't be greedy about it. Kung halimbawa maging successful siya or in demand siya on the opening day, kung na-hit mo na naman yung tamang price, wag nang patagalin. Okay. Sabi ni Direk, huwag na daw yung iPad, not unless you want. Okay. May director po ako dito. Okay, next is... Teka. Here. Para naman may branding. Okay. Would you recommend on how much po? On how much percentage of your money would go to price appreciation? Good question, Roji. I wonder if Roji has an account with us already. Okay, so if bata pa tayo, yung mga bata are recommended to get stocks because of price appreciation. Dividend players are commonly played by those who are nearly near retirement. So, kasi parang mas controlled na dahil kunyari a certain stock has a dividend of 6%, so higher than the bank, diba? Higher than inflation. So it works that way. So yung meron ka ng amount na you don't care if it's gonna go down, but you just care about the dividends. That's when you just have a lot of you just want to have a lot of shares and just wait for the dividend. But if you're gonna play, siguro the younger you are, the more you use lesser do lesser of it. Maybe 80% is on price appreciation, 20% on dividends. And also on dividends, it can be short term, like there's what you call the X date. So pag X date, before X date, you should buy the stock. Para kung short-term player ka lang, hindi mo na siya i-hold ng matagal, ibebenta mo na yun on X date. So there are things like that when it comes to the stock market. And for the technicals, we will try to upload that particular seminar so we can see that particular thing, those types of questions that you have. All right. Can I also set indicators in the chart of the app just like in regular browser? Yes, you can. Yung technical analyst natin baka pwedeng mag-share ng window niya for the indicators. All right, there, sige. Nandyan po si. Ayan. So hintayin natin, he will share a screen. Ay, hindi pala. Screen pala niya, sorry. Siya yung nilabas. Ayan. So, wait for it. So far, how do you find webinars like this? Are you keen to attend? Okay, we'll probably change the topic, but yan. Hi, Israel Felipe. At this point in time, I cannot. Oh, okay. So, I think he cannot put up. I cannot. For what question is this? Baka siya si Facebook user. Can you elaborate on that? MyTrade PH. The tech, my tech team. Informative, especially to beginners. We don't want to I as much as I want to give you the exact technicalities of the stock market, I don't want to focus on that. So you probably have find it na very vague lang yung discussion. Okay, for a beginner, ano po recommend na unang pag-aralan or checklist? To read the short takes. Yan. We will have a special session wherein we will teach you how to understand short takes or the daily reports that we post. But we also have old books. Pero sobrang old na nito. Like the Billy Graham books. But you can also find, nothing on top of mind right now, but you can search for, if you want in trading, there's a book from Mark Minervini called Trading Like a Champion. Okay, since I mentioned psychology, so 80% psychology, I have this book I bought, How Not to Lose $1 Million, by like just How Not to Lose. I'm checking the title. I'm checking who wrote it. What I Learned Losing $1 Million. So it's like it's a book I read by Jim Paul. Ito pala, nandito. May tech. Ayan. So what I learned losing $1 million in terms of mindset, and when you so you won't be a purist. Pag sinabi purist, pure technical, pure fundamental. And this is a good book. This is by Jim Paul and Brendan Moynihan. Baka okay. So right now daw hindi daw ma-run. May run ba kayo? May run ba kayo Trading Institute? Ano po yung ibig sabihin mayroon. Mayroon ba kayong Trading Institute? Wala po, but we're trying our best to build an e-learning environment. MyTrade, thank you for the answer. Okay, so I cannot see that view, but I want to ask, is it about the chart or do we need to move on? Mine po sa book. Gift yun eh. It was actually bought in the US. It was sent here. There's what we call the Trading Psychology by another trader. This is also a good book. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. This is not stock related, but this will work out your mindset in doing anything. Mindset by Carol Dweck. I mean, in anything that you'll do, especially on trading and investing. Just check that book out. It's really, really good. All right, so next, so we move on. So how do we start? Okay, for the good part. Okay, now that it's ECQ, I hope you take advantage because you can just send it online via email, and the CSRs will be able to assist you hand in hand with regards to your questions while you're filling it out. and you can have we will be having a much better process where it will be easier for you guys. All you need to you don't even need to print it. So just wait for that. Okay, there's a question. Is this different from PSMO, an old type of investing on stock market? Is this the new one na online trading po ba? I actually don't know what PSMO is, but if you're pertaining to a traditional, yes, it's not. This is online trading where you have the you have within your hands, you can trade it and you can see it and it's visible, right? You can fund as low as 10,000. There are others who are encouraging people to open an account by just 1,000 pesos, but it can only do so much. Come to think of it, your goal is to invest and not just to open an account. So that's why we put this amount, because we know that if you're ready, you'll be able to have that fund. You were able to save already with the proper investing in the stock market. Okay. And lastly, once you are an active member, you will join our MyTrade map, which is the exclusive group. In there, our experts are posting when will be your next session schedule. The next schedule I'll be having is about the navigation. All right. How do I go about once I have an account? How do I go about setting up my desktop view or using my page? I'm still finishing the features that will help you guys out. Yun talagang na-experience ko while I'm doing this nung nagsa-start pa lang ako. Probably if not next week, this coming week, I'll try to finish it and make sure that it's gonna be seamless this time. We will post it, so please follow us on our official page, and also we'll be posting it here since this is our e-class. This is the hub that we have, so just watch out for it. How to join for the exclusive FB group? Okay, as mentioned, Elaine, all you need to do is be a member. If you already are a member and your account is already active, just go and search for MyTrade map, as in map, M-A-P. So, map up, kasi yun yung mapa nyo to investing. So, just join there, and you have to answer 3 questions just to verify if you are really an account holder. Okay? Just to manage the trolls and all. You're welcome, Shella. Thanks for joining us here. Okay, as mentioned, 10,000 pesos. And be mindful, again, it's best to have at least 8,000 in terms of trading. I mean, one-time buying and selling stocks. So if you want to do the chupit, just make sure at least, it's at least 8,000 pesos. I don't want you guys to end up having fun but not being profitable. It should be the two, being profitable and having fun. Okay, if you have a lump sum of money and you're scared to start it with yourself, we can have a dedicated broker to look after your portfolio. He's actually here, one of the technical analysts that we have that will be managing your portfolio, and we will design that based on your risk appetite. So I was supposed to do a risk appetite assessment, but I wasn't able to do it like on a virtual thing. I have it on paper. Okay, next. So we have 17 people. The last activity, and I want you to do this, guys, because it's gonna have some realization. Take out your phones, or you can put up the calculator of your laptop, and then what you need to do is to open your calculator, type your real age, 20, kunyari 20, or parang yung viewers natin right now, 18. And then times 365. Okay. Just want to make sure you're doing it because it's gonna help you in terms of realization. Okay. And then, okay, so after multiplying, that is your age in days. So that's how many days you are here on planet Earth. Okay? And then, your days minus 28,470. I'm assuming you're doing this. So when you deduct it, 28,000. Why 28,470? According to the study, the average age of an American mortality rate basically 78 years old. So here in the Philippines is actually much lower. It's around 65, 67, ganun. Ang hilig daw natin kasi sa sisig at sa lechon. The number you see on your screen, look at it. Those are in according to the study might be the days that you have left. And if we have like things that that's been going around, it's gonna get scarier. But this is not to scare you not to do anything, but this is to scare you to do something while you can. In the Bible it says there, so teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. When we know that we have the limited time, we will think of our choices much better in a way that that we will do things, we will prioritize things just like what's happening right now. I mean, the pandemic might be a huge change in our lives economically, but we tend to see the essentials, like what do we need to prioritize. And at the end of the day, those are the things that we really should be doing. And those, I often say this at the end, but really here at this time of pandemic, in the time of pandemic, this is very essential for all of us. And that's why we tend to make sure that when we go out, we have mask, we sanitize, we disinfect. When we meet people, we practice social distancing. And of course, please promote social distancing. Some people I see in the supermarket, they're still not minding having like that closeness. First of all, hindi tayo close. And second of all, I want you to be safe and I want myself to be safe as well. So please be mindful of that. And those are the things that, that in a little way we have a heart, we'll gain wisdom from that. All right. So I hope this time it's clear and it's been a great help with you guys. And we will continue to do our best to better your tomorrow. And with that, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions that I haven't, or a suggestion, that a topic that you want to see, let's see if I can discuss it or we can invite. Probably in the future, I will be having some guests, like company owners or someone like popular in the industry to interview and to get their insights in terms of what's going on right now, and continue to share this with your friends and family members so that when we have an e-learning, they'll be able to join. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Elaine. You have the good questions. Israel, Rogie, thank you so much, Ricardo. Van, thank you, Van. Very insightful yung sinabi mo. I hope you all enjoyed this tonight, and please do share this on your wall. Help us spread financial literacy to everyone. With that, good night, guys, and don't forget to like our page, follow us on Twitter, and share our ideas there on IG. We're also there, and you can follow the head of research, which is HOR102. That's Nikki Franco. And he has a lot of insights in the market. Yan, free advice yan. Minsan binibigay niya on Twitter. So you can add that. Alright, so with that, thank you so much, guys. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.